Chapter 1. Introduction. Have you ever found yourself lying awake at night, the silence around you punctuated by the quiet ticking of the clock, as your mind races with the thoughts of the day past and the one to come? Have you ever questioned your self-worth after a series of unsuccessful job interviews, a cascade of unreturned phone calls, or a seemingly endless stream of social media posts showcasing the highlight reels of others' lives while you grapple with feelings of invisibility? In the privacy of your own consciousness, where the words I am often complete themselves with unfriendly adjectives and forecasts, unlucky, unloved, incapable, unrecognized, do you find the weight of these two words bending your reality towards a narrative you'd rather not claim as your own? If any of this resonates, then you're about to uncover a secret, a transformative insight into just how intricately your sense of I am shapes your lived experience. In the course of this exploration, we will unearth the immense power behind the seemingly simple phrase, I am, the master key to unlocking a life in tune with your desires rather than one that seems in discord with them. Delving beyond the surface, we will unravel the profound influence these words wield, cracking open the very foundation upon which we construct our reality, both individually and collectively. Our reality, the tapestry of our daily life, is continuously woven by the narratives we tell ourselves, consciously or subconsciously. The I am you declare becomes the I experience you live. Each I am is a seed planted in the fertile soil of possibility, with the potential to bloom into experiences signifying success or failure, joy or despair, connectedness or isolation. These two words serve as an affirmation, an anchor, and an agent, propelling us into the future we, knowingly or unknowingly, design for ourselves with each utterance. In probing the concept of I am, we are not just skimming the surface of a philosophical musing. We are engaging with a powerful psychological construct that forms the bedrock of our self-identity. Every time we follow the words I am with a descriptor, we reinforce a belief about ourselves, solidifying it into the kind of fact that our actions and responses to the world will adhere to. It's like scriptwriting in real time, with each line dictating the next scene in the unfolding drama of our lives. Imagine, for a moment, if every I am you pronounced was a brick in the edifice of your life. Would your building stand tall and majestic, filled with light and grandeur? Or would it be a shack, haphazardly constructed from bricks of doubt, worry, and self-criticism? Day by day, the way we complete the sentence I am constructs the walls of our self-image and, by extension, the world as we know it. But the beauty of it all lies in our intrinsic power as the architects of our reality. At any moment, we hold the ability to renovate, redefine, and reconstruct. Furthermore, the concept of I am is not just about personal psyche, it has been plucked from the vast orchards of philosophy and spirituality, where it has ripened for millennia. In the hands of sages and thinkers, I am is more than a pronouncement of individual existence, it is a gateway to universal truths, a mantra through which the nature of being itself is explored and understood. Its tendrils reach into the fabric of reality, shifting perceptions and experiences on a global scale. As we traverse through the pages of this book, we will peel back the layers of I am to reveal its core, how it acts as the cornerstone of reality as we perceive it and as the compass by which we navigate our lives. For within these two words lies the potential for limitless growth, the scaffolding upon which we can construct a life filled with purpose, fulfillment, and joy. This is not just about adjusting semantics, it's about tapping into the very essence of creation where each I am resonates with the vibration of intention and actualization. It's time to lift the veil and shed light on how embracing the concept of I am bears the promise of leading a purposeful and empowered life, your life, where every I am is a powerful incantation that shapes reality in the image of your truest intentions. Let this journey be your atlas to navigate the terrain of self-discovery and transformation, where the language you use becomes the life you live. Welcome to the unfolding revelation of how I am isn't just a statement of presence, but rather the most personal and potent spell you can cast, conjuring the reality you wish to inhabit. Chapter 2. The historical roots of I am in philosophical and spiritual contexts. Tracing back through the corridors of time, we find that the simple phrase, I am, carries more weight in history than one might first assume. It is a pronouncement that has echoed through various philosophical doctrines and spiritual teachings, shaping the way people understand existence and consciousness. The concept of I am has always been much more than a mere statement of presence. It's a pivotal cornerstone shrouded in deep philosophical contexts and spiritual innuendos. Consider the sweeping variety of philosophical traditions that have tussled with the nature of being and existence. In the domain of Western philosophy, the famous cogito argument by René Descartes is a classic highlight. Carefully postulated by the French philosopher, cogito, ergo sum, or I think, therefore I am, embodies the quest for an indubitable foundation for knowledge. Descartes' assertion was an instance of finding certainty in the reality of one's existence, voiced out through self-reflection. Here, the I am translates not only to an affirmation of existence but a confirmation of one's ability to doubt and think, a foundational block for Descartes' philosophy. The phrase, I am, delves further back to Greek philosophy, where thinkers like Socrates and Plato contemplated the essence of being. With his classic dialectical method, Socrates helped individuals find truth through self-inquiry, often probing what it meant to live a good life. Plato, on the other hand, introduced the theory of forms, distinguishing between the reality of the physical world and the eternal truths of the forms. Both advanced the narrative around the consciousness of self, and the I am became a precursor to more profound questions about life and existence. But the historical roots of I am are not confined to Western schools of thought. In Eastern philosophy, especially within Hinduism, Aham Brahmasmi is a Sanskrit phrase from the ancient Upanishads translating to I am the universe or I am Brahman. This declaration is an insight into the non-duality of the self and the universe. It emphasizes that the true nature of ourselves is not limited by this physical form but is cosmic and boundless. Similarly, in Buddhism, the idea of anatman or anatta, meaning non-self, challenges the very notion of the I am, pointing toward the understanding that there is no unchanging, permanent self. This spiritual layer of I am is universal and can be found even in Abrahamic religions. The Bible, for instance, designates I am that I am as the reply God offered to Moses when asked for his name in the book of Exodus 3:14. This profound assertion has been the subject of countless interpretations, but generally, it underscores a defining characteristic of divinity, self-existence and eternality. It sets up a mystical dimension in which being is associated with the absolute and the infinite. Moreover, Kabbalah, a form of Jewish mysticism, places emphasis on the power of speech and thoughts. It recognizes the sacred aspect of the act of saying, I am, underlining its creation-like power. This context gives the construction a formative power, similar to the biblical let there be light. In Islamic mysticism, or Sufism, the phrasing ana al-haq, or I am the truth, used by the mystic al-Halai, echoes the same sentiment, although it was considered heretical because it implied the infusion of the human and the divine. It showed the mystical potential of these powerful words to carry meaning beyond their immediate, apparent sense. In more recent centuries, the phrase has intrigued writers and thinkers alike. American transcendentalist philosopher Ralph Waldo Emerson passionately wrote about the self and the individual's place in the cosmos. His works articulate the I am with a philosophical sophistication related to one's innate potential and infinite possibilities. Emerson and his contemporaries like Henry David Thoreau believed in the profound connection between the individual self and the universal spirit, directing significant gravity to the individual I am journey. In multiple traditions and timelines, the phrase I am serves more than the function of a grammatical subject. In philosophical and spiritual contexts, it is a bridge connecting human experience to something ineffable and transcendent. The historical roots of I am reveal a tapestry rich with inquiry into the nature of self, the pursuit of truth, and the understanding of our place in the grand tapestry of existence. Whether regarded as a declaration of consciousness, a confirmation of one's own cognitive capabilities, an expression of unity with the divine, or as an esoteric articulation of non-duality, I Am remains a potent construct. It has been, and continues to be, a beacon that shines light on the human condition and our relentless pursuit of meaning. It's fascinating to observe how these two simple words have traversed through history, evolving yet holding steadfast to the essence of their testament, the acknowledgement and affirmation of being. In the vast landscape of ideas and beliefs, I Am stands as a timeless and universal declaration. It's a mirror reflecting the multifaceted nature of our existence, shaped by the complex interplay of theology, philosophy, and mysticism. With each philosophical turn and spiritual insight, it has grown to embody the intricate journey of self-discovery and transformation, beckoning us to consider the profound impact of these words on our reality. Chapter 3. The psychology behind self-identification and self-fulfilling prophecies. Understanding how we identify ourselves is akin to unraveling the intricate tapestry of human psychology. Self-identification is not just a mere labeling process, it's a profound exploration into who we believe we are, and who we aspire to become. It is the summation of our traits, beliefs, experiences, and aspirations that we bundle under the statement I Am. This simple, yet profound expression reflects our self-concept and shapes our engagement with the world around us. But it's more than just a personal understanding or static description. The way we see ourselves is a dynamic force that continuously informs our behaviors and, by extension, influences our reality. The concept of self-fulfilling prophecies is deeply intertwined with the psychology of self-identification. It is based on the principle that an individual's expectations can lead to behaviors that ultimately cause those expectations to come true. Essentially, we are what we believe we are. When we set expectations for ourselves, whether knowingly or unknowingly, we set in motion a series of cognitive biases and behaviors that can lead towards the fulfillment of those expectations. If someone continuously thinks, I am competent and capable, there's an increased likelihood they will engage in activities that will reinforce that belief. Conversely, negative self-talk can become a crippling cage, limiting potential and stifling opportunities. At the core of self-identifying statements is the concept of identity construction. Identity construction is a complex psychological process influenced by a mix of societal norms, personal experiences, and inherent temperament. These factors concoct a unique self-narrative that we then use to navigate the social world. Our identity guides our choices, the social groups we belong to, and the roles we play within our communities. It's essential to recognize that self-identity is not fixed, it's an ever-evolving aspect of our psyche altered by new experiences, insights, and personal growth. Delving deeper into the psychology of self-identification reveals that it's not merely what we think of ourselves, but also how those thoughts translate into action. There's a form of dialogue that occurs within the sphere of self-identification, where cognitive processes affirm or contradict the beliefs we hold about ourselves. This internal conversation influences our emotional well-being and directs our actions. People with a positive self-identification are more likely to take on challenges that affirm their positive self-view, leading to a reinforcing cycle of confidence and accomplishment. It's equally vital to consider the role of attribution in self-identification. Attribution theory suggests that people attempt to understand their behaviors by attributing them to internal or external causes. When our actions result in success or failure, the attributions we make reinforce our self-identity. If individuals attribute their achievements to their abilities and efforts, it strengthens their positive self-identity. On the other hand, attributing successes to external factors, like luck, can undermine self-esteem and fuel a negative self-concept. Additionally, the psychological impact of labels cannot be overstated. Labels can be restrictive and limiting, yet they serve as a shorthand for the complexities of individual identity. For example, someone who identifies as a leader may seek out leadership opportunities to align with this self-identification, while simultaneously neglecting other aspects of their personality that don't fit into this constructed identity. In this way, labels can both direct personal growth and constrain it. Furthermore, the expectations that arise from self-identifying statements can manifest in the behaviors of others. Expectancy confirmation, a central aspect of self-fulfilling prophecies, posits that an individual's expectations can lead to the emergence of behaviors in others that confirm those expectations. For instance, if a manager believes, "I am respected by my team," they may enact behaviors that garner respect, and the team may respond accordingly. The cycle of belief and behavior continues until the initial belief appears to be a proven reality. It is intriguing to observe how often individuals overlook the power of self-identification, dismissing it as innocuous self-talk. Yet, research in cognitive psychology reiterates that the language we employ in our internal dialogue has tangible effects on our psychology, reinforcing or diminishing our self-concept. The messages we send ourselves through our "I am" statements can be empowering or disempowering, depending on the narratives we choose to reinforce. The significance lies in the recognition of these narratives and the awareness of their capacity to shape not only who we are, but who we have the potential to become. By becoming conscious of our self-identification processes, we are granted an opportunity to craft our identity with intentionality. It enables a proactive approach to our personal and professional lives, fostering a sense of agency that can precipitate positive change. Embracing the power of positive self-identification and understanding the mechanisms behind self-fulfilling prophecies have profound implications. It is a psychological tool that can be harnessed for personal development, motivating us to align our behaviors with our aspirations and, ultimately, manifesting the reality we desire for ourselves. In practice, the process of self-identification should be approached with care and consideration. It requires a degree of self-reflection and honesty, as we must be willing to confront and dissect our core beliefs about ourselves, even those that are uncomfortable or challenging. By doing so, we can aspire to cultivate a self-identity that not only reflects our truest self, but also propels us towards the realization of our full potential. It is in this psychological understanding and application of self-identification that we can navigate the world with confidence, resilience, and an unwavering belief in our capacities. Chapter 4. Linguistic Power: How Language Shapes Our Reality. There's something almost alchemic about the words we use. They hold the keys to unlocking not just meaning, but also constructing the very fabric of our reality. In the introduction of this insightful exploration, we teased the secret that sits comfortably at the core of our lives. Language is not merely a tool for communication, it is the architect of our world, the painter of our experiences, and the composer of our inner symphonies. This is the secret source, the concealed wisdom that, once embraced, has the strength to mold our existence into something transcendent. Consider for a moment the sheer potency of language, its ability to conjure up images, emotions, and reactions as if by some form of magic. When we articulate our thoughts, make declarations about who we are, and narrate our past and future, we are in turn sculpting our identity and consequently the world we inhabit. It is as though there is an invisible bridge connecting our words with the reality we experience. This bridge is built not of stone or steel, but of intonation, inference, and implication. Take a child learning to navigate the labyrinth of linguistic expression. They are not simply memorizing vocabulary and grammar. Each word is a brick laid down on their path of comprehending the world around them. By being taught the word apple, they do not only understand the fruit's name but also begin to shape their entire sensory appreciation of it, its crimson hue, the crisp sound it makes when bitten, and the sweet tang it leaves on the palate. As the child's vocabulary grows, so too does their capacity to interact with and understand the realms they dwell in. Zoom in even closer, and you begin to see the subtleties of language at play. Two individuals might describe the same event entirely differently based on their personal experiences, their emotions, and yes, their vocabulary. Each iteration of the story carries its own color, temperature, and texture. Even if the core facts remain the same, the reality of the event takes on different forms, like light refracting through the facets of a diamond. This is the superpower of language. It can build worlds as easily as it can fragment them. Power dynamics often play out through linguistic exchanges, with each participant's choice of words reinforcing or undermining authority, expertise, or dominance. In the corporate sphere, for instance, authoritative commands or persuasive pitches can shape professional landscapes and career trajectories significantly. The loftiest business strategies and the grandest market disruptions are all birthed from the womb of language. It wields the power to elevate or decimate fortunes with the twist of a few phrases. Additionally, the narratives we construct about ourselves and others hover around us like personal incantations, affecting not only our self-esteem but also how we are perceived by others. Language teases out nuances in our character in a dance of self and shared perceptions. When you express "I am confident," you invoke not just a descriptor but a proclamation that can, over time, smooth out insecurities and galvanize a more self-assured presence. These two short words, "I am," maintain a secret passage to the depths of self-perception and outward perception, both serving as a boomerang. What you send out is often what you invite back. It's also fascinating to observe the role language plays in cultural identity and community cohesion. Slang, dialects, and idioms are not just fun linguistic deviations, they are the lifeblood of a community's identity. They carry histories, values, and traditions, encapsulating them in language to be passed down through generations. Every colloquial phrase unwinds a rich tapestry of shared experiences and heritage, linking people through the mystical fabric of spoken and written word. Here is language as a living entity, ever evolving, shedding its old skins, and adopting new ones as cultures morph and societies meld. The digital age, too, has had a profound impact on language, bending and stretching it into new shapes while connecting us with ever wider circles of influence. Each word typed out and flung into the ethers of the internet has the potential to reach across the globe, impacting lives in ways unimaginable just a few decades ago. The language of text messages, social media posts, and even emojis carries energies that dance across screens, collapsing distances and solidifying bonds, or, in some cases, driving wedges and fracturing unions. Fascination with the power of language naturally segues into the exploration of its effects on the collective conscious. The phrases and narratives that permeate the media end up shaping societal norms and influencing mass behaviors. In political arenas, language is wielded like a weapon, constructing realities that support particular ideologies. A politician's rallying cry, a slogan chanted en masse, or a news story angle just so, all contribute to a societal narrative that can lead to unity or discord, action or apathy. Internationally acclaimed authors, motivational speakers, and thought leaders constantly emphasize the transformative power of positive affirmations and intentional language. These practices aren't mere psychological tricks, they testify to the vibrational energy our words carry, capable of aligning our thoughts, emotions, and actions towards the desired outcomes. Just as a mantra repeatedly uttered can transcend plain speech to become a profound spiritual experience, so too can the repeated articulation of positive, empowering language carve out favorable pathways in the maze of human experience. Therefore, as we journey through the river of life, it's crucial to recognize that the words we choose as our vessels have the remarkable ability to influence the current, shape the banks, and determine the speed and direction of our travel. They can be the rudder guiding us through tranquil waters or the storm-conjuring waves that threaten to overwhelm us. Choosing our words is, in essence, choosing our reality. This secret solution, the embracing of linguistic power, if wielded with consciousness and care, can spell the difference between drifting aimlessly on life's ocean or sailing confidently toward the horizon of our most fervent desires. Chapter 5. The role of beliefs in shaping personal and collective experiences. When we discuss the role of beliefs in shaping our personal and collective experiences, we delve into a topic that lies at the very heart of our subjective reality. Our beliefs act as lenses through which we perceive the world. They influence how we think, how we feel, and, perhaps most importantly, how we act. Let's consider for a moment the true weight of these mental stances. Our beliefs can limit us, propel us, or even confine us within mental prisons of our own making. At a personal level, the beliefs we hold about ourselves often come to define our identity. If you believe you are a confident individual, you navigate life's social terrains with a certain poise and assurance that others might lack. Conversely, if you are convinced that you are inadequate in some fundamental way, this belief will tint every interaction, every failure, and perhaps every success with a hue of insufficiency. Self-efficacy, the belief in one's ability to succeed, paves the way for the aspirations we chase and the goals we set. We see individuals scale incredible heights, not merely because of talent or opportunity, but because they believe they can. They see the pinnacle of success as within their reach, even if it is a steep and treacherous climb. Beliefs do not operate in isolation. They are fed and nurtured by the feedback we receive from our environment, the people around us, the media we consume, and the culture we're a part of, all sing in a chorus that reinforces or challenges our personal belief systems. Take, for example, an individual who grows up in an environment where academic excellence is prized above all else. This person develops a belief that their worth is inextricably linked to their academic performance. This belief then shapes their personal experiences, driving them to strive for high grades and, as a result, to experience either the elation of success or the despair of perceived failure more intensely than someone who does not hold this belief. Extending from the individual experience, beliefs have the power to shape societies and histories. The collective beliefs of a group, regardless of their objective truth, form the foundation of societal norms, laws, and even entire governments. Consider the power of national ideologies, religious convictions, or social mores. They influence the laws that govern behavior, the customs that guide interactions, and the ambitions or anxieties of a nation. A society that believes in individual freedom and self-expression will advocate for personal rights and freedoms, whereas a society that prioritizes collective harmony may enforce conformity and communal responsibilities over individualism. The events of history are often the manifest results of deeply held collective beliefs. Wars have been fought, revolutions won, and entire civilizations risen or fallen on the basis of beliefs. It wasn't merely the existence of opposing political systems that led to the Cold War, it was the steadfast belief on both sides that their way of life, their ideology, and their understanding of freedom and oppression were right and worthy of defense. Such conviction can unify people into formidable forces capable of both great creation and great destruction. In more recent times, we can observe how collective beliefs shape experiences through the lens of social movements. The spread of information via social media has allowed for collective beliefs to form and spread rapidly. Movements like #MeToo or Black Lives Matter are galvanized by shared beliefs regarding social justice and equality. They demonstrate how powerful collective belief can be in challenging long-standing social structures and behaviors. At its core, a belief is nothing more than a thought we've convinced ourselves is true. It can be as simple as believing in our ability to learn a new language or as complex as the fundamental doctrines that underpin entire cultures. However, the simplicity of its definition belies the complexity of its impact. Indeed, our beliefs can become so deeply ingrained that challenging them may feel like an attack on our very being. This is because, over time, beliefs tend to interlink with emotions. We not only think our beliefs, we feel them, and this emotional charge gives them even more power to shape our reality. Yet, in recognizing the power of belief, we also find an empowering truth: if beliefs shape our reality, then changing our beliefs can change our reality. This notion is at once daunting and liberating. It begs us to question what we accept as truth, encourages us to adopt beliefs that serve us and discard those that limit us. By becoming critical of our ingrained beliefs and opening ourselves to new ideas, we initiate the first step toward personal transformation. Not only does a person's life begin to change, but these personal shifts, when multiplied across many individuals, hold the potential to shift the direction of societies. This understanding brings with it a responsibility. It compels us to look closely at the narratives we're told and the ones we tell ourselves. It asks us to be mindful of the beliefs we nurture within us and those we help spread within our communities. Shaping a personal experience or a collective reality that is inclusive, just, and compassionate begins with fostering beliefs that are aligned with these ideals. It's a nuanced dance between being shaped by and shaping our beliefs, a continuous personal and collective evolution. In conclusion, the role of beliefs in shaping personal and collective experiences cannot be overstated. From the inward sense of self to the broad strokes of history, beliefs are the threads from which realities are woven. By understanding, questioning, and consciously cultivating our beliefs, we hold in our hands the ability to construct the tapestry of experiences we desire for ourselves and the generations to come. Chapter 6. Exploring the vibrational influence of words on consciousness. When we delve into the fascinating world of words and their impact on our consciousness, we engage with a realm where each vibration and tone carries more weight than we might initially realize. I am is perhaps one of the most powerful declarations one can make, not only because it asserts our existence, but also because it shapes our reality through its vibrational energy. As we articulate these words, we set forth a frequency that resonates through our being and extends outward into the universe, influencing our state of mind, perceptions, and ultimately our life experiences. At the heart of this phenomenon lies the concept that everything in the universe is in a state of constant vibration, including our thoughts, words, and consciousness. The very fabric of reality is pulsating with energy that interconnects all things. When we consider the significance of words, particularly our self-referential statements beginning with "I am," we are tapping into a profound energetic exchange that molds our identity and contours the contours of the world we perceive. The ancient wisdom traditions understood the vibration of words long before contemporary scientists recognized these truths. For example, in the Hindu tradition, the sacred syllable Om is considered to be the primordial sound of the universe, encapsulating the total essence of existence within a single vibrational expression. When uttered with intention, this sacred sound is believed to channel universal energy and bring the individual into alignment with the cosmos. In similar veins, many spiritual practices embrace chanting, singing, and spoken affirmations as foundational tools for transformation, imbuing words with spiritual potency as they echo through the chambers of personal and collective consciousness. The concept of vibration does not halt at the threshold of spiritual practices, but extends into the realm of science. Quantum physics suggests that at a subatomic level, particles are not just particles, they are also waves. These waves vibrate at specific frequencies that lend themselves to the formation of atoms, molecules, and the larger structures of matter. Consequently, this implies that spoken words are not just sound waves traveling through the air but also vibrational patterns capable of interacting with the multi-layered tapestry of universal energy. The voice, imbued with intention and emotional charge, acts as a resonating chamber, influencing the vibrational makeup of our immediate environment and initiating a cascade of reactions in both the speaker and the listener. In psychology, the words we choose to describe ourselves and our reality can directly influence our self-perception and behavior. This aligns with the concept of self-fulfilling prophecies, wherein our beliefs, often articulated through our I am statements, subconsciously steer us toward making them a reality. For instance, if one consistently declares, "I am successful," this affirmation reinforces the belief in their potential for success, which may, in turn, propel them to undertake actions that align with this belief. The vibrational energy of this affirmation supports the feeling of success and may thereby attract opportunities that affirm this identity. Words carry the potential to amplify our beliefs and, as a consequence, sculpt the fabric of our experience. Moreover, the emotional content of the words we speak also plays a critical role in their vibrational impact. Emotions are essentially energy in motion, and when intense feelings accompany our utterances, they supercharge these words with vibrational potency. This can have either a constructive or destructive effect on our consciousness. Positive emotions, such as love, joy, and gratitude, resonate with higher frequencies and have the capacity to elevate our vibrational state. Alternatively, negative emotions like fear, anger, and sadness are of lower vibrational quality and can lead to dissonance within our inner landscape. Integrating I am affirmations into our regular communication with ourselves involves a deep appreciation for the vibrational power of these words. Speaking positive affirmations like "I am capable," "I am worthy," or "I am loved" with true conviction trains the consciousness to resonate at these empowering frequencies. Over time, the repetition of such affirmations fosters an inner environment that vibrates in harmony with positive life circumstances and attracts experiences that mirror these high-frequency vibrations. For those embarking on a journey of personal transformation using I am statements, it is essential to consider not only the words, but also the purity of intention and emotion behind them. To elevate the vibrational influence of these words, one must clear any internal discord or doubt, as these can muddle the vibrational clarity of our affirmations. The practice of meditation, grounding exercises, or breath work before asserting I am declarations can help to align the body and mind, making the terrain more receptive to the seeds of positive affirmation. In addition to these internal aspects, the context in which these words are spoken also has vibrational consequences. Declaring I am affirmations in a serene environment, perhaps nature can amplify their power as the natural resonance of the setting synergizes with the individual's intent. Furthermore, speaking these words aloud has a distinct advantage over silent repetition, as the spoken word physically engages our energy field and the space around us, thus more effectively imprinting the desired vibrations upon our reality. Ultimately, the vibrational influence of I am and other powerful words on our consciousness cannot be overstated. As we become increasingly mindful of the energetic weight our words carry, we awaken to the responsibility of wielding language with intent and positivity. By aligning our vibrations with our highest aspirations through mindful utterance, we contribute not only to the well-being of our personal consciousness but to the collective consciousness as well. Whether uttered in solitude or shared with others, the resonance of our words shapes the tapestry of our existence, stitch by vibrational stitch. Chapter 7. Practical techniques for implementing I am statements into daily life. When we say I am, we're not just making a statement about our existence, we're also defining aspects of our identity. This small but mighty phrase has the incredible ability to solidify our sense of self and influence the trajectory of our lives in profound ways if we use it mindfully. Our internal dialogue plays a critical role in our emotional health, motivation, and overall sense of well-being, making the conscious implementation of I am statements an invaluable tool for personal growth. Let's delve into practical techniques that can help integrate these powerful affirmations into daily life. One effective method for implementing I am statements is to begin each morning with a purposeful affirmation session. Upon waking, carve out a few minutes for deep breathing and meditation centered around your selected I am phrases. Choose statements that resonate with your personal aspirations and goals. For example, if you seek confidence, you might repeat, I am confident and capable in all that I do. The key here is repetition and emotion. Feel the words as you say them, believe them, and visualize yourself embodying the statements. Creating a morning ritual around your affirmation sets a positive tone for the day and primes your subconscious mind to look for evidence of these beliefs throughout your daily activities. Carrying this practice beyond the morning, you can set reminders on your phone or keep post-it notes in strategic locations, like your bathroom mirror, your car dashboard, or your work desk, inscribed with your chosen I am statements. These reminders serve to reinforce your affirmations periodically, encouraging consistent focus and helping redirect your thoughts should they drift toward negativity. The visual cues are particularly useful when you're in the thick of daily demands and need a quick mental reset to reclaim your center and remind you of the identity you're striving to actualize. Another technique is to incorporate I am statements into your physical wellness routine. During exercise, our bodies release endorphins which naturally elevate our mood. In this uplifted state, our minds can be more receptive to positive suggestions. So, whether you're doing yoga, running, or lifting weights, using mantras like I am strong, I am healthy, I am thriving can deepen the connection between your physical efforts and your psychological strengthening. The seamless integration of mind and body, through synchronized affirmation and action, amplifies the affirmation's impact on your reality. Journaling is also a fantastic vehicle for ingraining I am statements. Writing has long been recognized as a therapeutic tool, offering a private haven for self-expression and reflection. By dedicating a portion of your journaling to crafting and exploring I am statements, you achieve an even greater degree of self-awareness and intentionality. Ponder on questions such as, what do I wish to be true about myself, and how can I embody this identity? Writing these statements repeatedly helps to engrave them in your mind, and journaling about your progress offers a visible account of your transformation, which can be incredibly validating and motivating. When dialoguing with others, seize opportunities to affirm your I am statements. This doesn't mean you should force these phrases into conversations unnaturally, but rather authentically express yourself with the integrity of your affirmations. For instance, if a friend compliments you on a presentation well done, instead of downplaying your abilities, you might reply with genuine thankfulness and assert, "Thank you, I am passionate about my work and put my all into it." Externalizing your affirmations not only strengthens self-belief but also shapes others' perceptions of you, aligning with how you want to be seen. Lastly, it's essential to perform a nightly review before sleeping. Reflect on your day and acknowledge moments where your I am statements were in action. If you encountered challenges or found yourself slipping into old patterns of negative self-talk, gently remind yourself of your affirmations. This isn't about self-critique but rather reaffirmation. Then, as you drift off to sleep, reiterate your I am statements one final time, allowing them to permeate your subconscious mind and influence your dreams for even deeper internalization. Remember, implementing I am statements is most effective when approached patiently and persistently. Repetition and consistency are key, as is a genuine belief in the phrases you select. With these practical techniques, you'll transform your internal dialogue, and in doing so, gradually but surely, transform your life. The practice of positive affirmation through I am statements is a journey of self-discovery and self-creation, one that acknowledges the profound power held in the words we choose to define ourselves and our reality. Chapter 8. Overcoming negative self-talk. Often when we engage in conversations, we put on our best selves. We try to be kind, supportive, and encouraging to those we interact with. But when it comes to the dialogue we have with ourselves, that kindness can sometimes fall short. Instead, a voice littered with doubt, criticism, and negation begins to speak. This voice, no louder than a whisper, can have the power of a scream in how it shapes our daily experiences and overall self-esteem. Overcoming negative self-talk is an essential journey towards not just achieving your goals, but also living a life filled with self-compassion and understanding. Negative self-talk usually stems from our experiences, past mistakes, socially constructed ideologies, and the expectations we feel we must live up to. It acts like an eager critic who never misses a chance to point out our flaws or remind us of past failures. This can manifest in many forms, from calling ourselves names to assuming the worst about our actions and their outcomes. But this mutating self-dialogue can be deeply detrimental to our emotional well-being and can stifle personal growth. Understanding that the words we speak to ourselves are rooted in deeper belief systems is essential. These negative mantras often originate from our subconscious, which might be ingrained with past traumas, anxieties, and fears. The first step in combating this mental adversary is to become aware of it. Awareness brings these thoughts into the light where they can be addressed. It is about the subtle but profound shift from being a passive recipient of your thoughts to an active observer. Once we take that step back, we garner the ability to scrutinize and question whether these thoughts hold any truth or are simply habitual pessimistic chatter. Once we have this awareness, it's time to start the work of transformation. This often begins with mindfulness techniques. These practices allow us to stay present and become more connected with our thought patterns. Cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, is particularly effective in this regard. By identifying and challenging negative beliefs, we can start to reshape them. Affirmations can work wonders in this process. They offer a new script to work from. Repeating positive and empowering phrases can slowly chip away at the negative beliefs we hold about ourselves. It's important to focus on the language used in these affirmations. They should align with personal values and goals, and be phrased in present tense, as though they are already truths. Something to remember is that our brain doesn't take well to falsehoods. Over-optimistic or unrealistic affirmations can sometimes be rejected. The affirmation should resonate with a truth you can believe in, even if it's as simple as "I am capable" or "I can learn from my mistakes." The simplicity of these statements can be the foothold we need to begin a climb away from negative self-talk. As we continue to practice these techniques, it's critical to exercise patience and grace with ourselves. Old habits don't die easily. The negative self-talk that has become a natural part of our thought process took years to develop, therefore, it will take time to reverse. Surrounding yourself with a support system that can provide objective insight and remind you of your worth when you are struggling can be incredibly nurturing and helpful. It's also essential to be realistic, to know that it won't be an immediate change. There will be days when the negative self-talk seems incessant, but perseverance is key. One potent method of transforming your inner dialogue involves cognitive reframing. This means consciously shifting your perspective on a potentially negative situation and finding a more positive or neutral way to view it. For instance, if you make a mistake and your inner critic starts clamoring about incompetence, reframe it, view the mistake as an opportunity to learn something new, a stepping stone on the path to mastery rather than a stumbling block. This technique not only softens your inner dialogue but also encourages a growth mindset, a belief that abilities and intelligence can be developed through dedication and hard work. Journaling represents another practical tool in the battle against negative self-talk. By physically writing down your thoughts, you're able to see them in a tangible form. This solidity gives us something to confront. We can visually identify patterns, analyze the triggers of negativity, and come up with strategies to cope with them. When the thoughts are outside of our minds, we have a better opportunity to engage with them critically and to not let them dominate our emotions as they might when they're ricocheting in our heads. To truly overcome negative self-talk, it is also vital to foster self-compassion. This means treating oneself with the kindness one might offer to a good friend in a similar situation. When you catch yourself spiraling into a cycle of negative thinking, ask, "Would I say this to someone I love?" If the answer is no, work on reframing that thought to something kinder and more compassionate. You deserve the same gentleness and support you would offer someone else in your shoes. Lastly, integrating physical activity into your routine can aid in the fight against negativity. Exercise releases endorphins, which have mood-lifting properties. Additionally, the act of focusing on physical exertion can provide a break from the ongoing internal dialogue. This mental reprieve grants us a chance to reset and can contribute to a more positive outlook. In conclusion, while it is a challenging task, taking the initiative to transform negative self-talk into an uplifting and encouraging internal narrative is a deeply empowering journey. It is a process of dismantling long-held limiting beliefs and reconstructing a mindset that supports personal growth and self-love. Weiner and Cameron's work on affirmations and cognitive retraining are not just psychological concepts, but tools for us to rewrite the scripts of our lives. By practicing mindfulness, using affirmations insightfully, refocusing our perspective through reframing, making use of supportive techniques like journaling and exercise, and cultivating a culture of self-compassion, we can begin to turn the tide of our internal conversation. The dialogue that once held us back can become the very words that propel us forward. It's not just about silencing negativity, but about letting the positive truth of our potential speak louder. Chapter 9. Manifestation and the Law of Attraction. Manifestation, at its very core, is the idea that through our thoughts, beliefs, and feelings, we have the ability to bring into our physical reality that which we focus on. This is closely tied to the law of attraction, which essentially states that like attracts like. Our thoughts hold energy, and as we give more attention and emotional weight to these thoughts, we begin to attract corresponding events, people, and experiences into our lives. One of the most powerful tools in the manifestation process is the use of I am statements, affirmations that can help to rewire our thinking patterns and align our vibrational frequency with the outcomes we desire. When you integrate I am declarations into your intentions, you're not merely engaging in a mechanical repetition of words, you're embarking on a deeply transformative journey that has the potential to change the very fabric of your reality. The words I am hold a frequency of authority and self-determination. They are a confident assertion of existence and identity. By following these statements with positive and empowering adjuncts, you start to condition your consciousness to adopt these attributes. I am successful, I am loved, I am in perfect health. All these affirmations serve as beacons that your subconscious begins to navigate toward. The law of attraction works in tandem with these declarations. It values emotional currency above all else. It isn't enough to simply say, I am wealthy if internally you are racked with feelings of unworthiness or scarcity. The universe responds to the feelings behind your words, the vibrations you emit. Therefore, one of the key aspects to successfully using I am statements as a creative force is to conjure the emotions connected with the outcomes you're affirming as if they are already your current experience. Moreover, to enhance the power of I am statements in the manifestation process, there must be a level of mindfulness and conscious awareness about present attitudes and beliefs. This is because our current belief structures could potentially be at odds with our I am declarations. If deep down you have fixated beliefs of inadequacy or failure, even the most enthusiastic recitation of I am successful may not penetrate the bedrock of these opposing forces. To shift this, you must gradually reshape these fundamental beliefs through persistent and sustained focus on your I am statements until they become your dominant thoughts. Overlaying positive affirmations on a foundation of negative self-beliefs is akin to attempting to cultivate a beautiful garden atop an unattended patch overrun with weeds. The soil must first be cultivated, the weeds pulled, to ensure that the flowers have room to bloom. To truly use I am statements effectively in manifestation, it's crucial to integrate them into the totality of one's daily life. This doesn't mean you walk around in a constant state of unfocused affirmation, but rather that your actions reflect the I am's paradigm you're seeking to embody. As you align your actions with your affirmations, you send an even clearer signal to the universe about your intentions. If you affirm I am at peace, engage in activities that promote peace within your life, be it meditation, reading, or spending time in nature. This active alignment amplifies the manifestation potential by adding the weight of congruent action behind your words. The law of attraction, in this context, will begin to work in subtle yet profound ways. Opportunities and connections may arise seemingly out of nowhere, but they are not coincidences, they are a direct result of the energetic imbalance you have sought to create. The positive outcomes you wish to manifest are attracted into your life because they match the vibrational frequency of your thoughts and emotions. Essentially, you are not just passively wishing for change, you are actively participating in the creation of the reality you wish to experience. Naturally, this doesn't exempt one from encountering life's challenges. Yet, equipped with the I am mindset, you begin to interpret challenges not as obstacles, but as opportunities for growth and reaffirmation of your chosen path. I am resilient is not a denial of adversity, but rather an empowerment that enables you to ride the winds of challenge with grace and fortitude. By now, it should be clear that the practical applications of I am statements are more than just mood enhancers, they are a fundamental principle in the deliberate creation of reality. The success of any great inventor or entrepreneur has at its heart this principle. Before the world recognized their achievements, these individuals had to believe in the possibility of their success. They had to internalize the energy of success, cultivate it within, and express it through their unwavering conviction and relentless pursuit of their goals. They lived and breathed their I am statements until they became their lived reality. It is no different for anyone who wishes to tap into this universal law. In essence, the reality-shaping power of I am statements in conjunction with the law of attraction is profound. It highlights the potential within each person to be active creators of their experience, to sculpt their destiny with the chisel of their thoughts and the mallet of their convictions. When underpinned with passion and persistent application, these statements can open doors to a life that aligns with one's highest aspirations, transforming the abstract into the tangible, the imagined into the experienced, and the dreamed into the actual. Chapter 10. Ongoing practice, cultivating a habit of positive, I am declarations. Developing a habit takes persistence and dedication, especially when it involves the transformation of the way we speak to ourselves. Cultivating a habit of positive, I am declarations is no exception to this rule. It is a practice that requires a disciplined and heartfelt approach but promises profound benefits. When we engage in the regular repetition of positive affirmations that start with I am, we're not simply throwing words into the air, we are actively participating in the reshaping of our internal narrative and, as a consequence, influencing our external experiences. Begin by understanding the significance of a habit. Habits are routines of behavior that are repeated regularly and tend to occur subconsciously. They are powerful because they become automatic responses that can dictate how we live our lives on a daily basis. Now, affirmations are statements that we repeat to ourselves, and when these statements are repeated often enough, they can start to take the form of a habit. Once an affirmation becomes a habit, its power is locked into our subconscious, influencing our thoughts, which in turn shape our actions. Creating a habit of positive, I am declarations requires us to be intentional. It involves setting aside regular, dedicated time each day to focus on our affirmations. Morning can be an ideal time for this practice as it sets a positive tone for the day. However, the beauty of affirmations lies in their flexibility. They can be done at any point during the day where you have a moment to yourself. Whether it's during a break at work, while commuting, or before going to bed, the key is consistency. It's the regularity of the practice that encourages the mind to internalize these positive statements and starts to change the neural pathways connected to self-belief and self-perception. To enhance the effectiveness of your I am affirmations, it's important to engage your emotions. Positive emotions magnify the impact of your declarations, turning up their vibrational frequency, based on the principles of emotional engagement and vibrational energy. Feelings of joy, gratitude, and empowerment when saying your affirmations can have a stronger, more immediate effect on your belief systems. Visualizing the reality you wish to create while repeating your affirmations is another tactic that encourages the mind to believe in the possibility of this new reality. What you affirm is just as crucial as how you affirm it. The brain doesn't respond well to negation. For instance, if your affirmation is, "I am not afraid," your brain often skips the nots and focuses on "I am afraid." Therefore, it's essential to frame affirmations positively. Instead, you could say, "I am brave," or "I am confident in challenging situations." This positive construction is vital for fostering a constructive inner monologue. The repetition of these positive declarations works to override the negative chatter that too often takes up residence in our minds. It's also invaluable to match your affirmations with corresponding actions. While affirming "I am healthy," concurrently adopting health-supportive behaviors amplifies your affirmation's reality. Engage in exercise, choose nutritious foods, and avoid habits that contradict the positive affirmation. This alignment of words and actions reinforces the affirmation, embedding it deeply into your life. Additionally, flexibility should be a component of your affirmation practice. As you grow and evolve, so too should your affirmations. What you needed to hear a month ago might be different from what you need today. Be attuned to your changing needs and adjust your "I am" statements accordingly. This attunement means you are listening to and caring for yourself, which only amplifies the potency of the practice. Moreover, anticipate obstacles. There will be days when reciting "I am" declarations feels like going through the motions, and disbelief might creep in. During these times, remember the purpose of your practice and have kindness towards yourself. It is in the pushing through and maintaining the habit despite these hurdles that you will find your affirmations gaining strength. Furthermore, consider sharing your experience with positive "I am" declarations with others. Speaking your affirmations aloud to a trusted friend or support group strengthens their reality and also helps to build a community that affirms and uplifts one another. Social affirmation can be highly reinforcing. A practical tip for incorporating affirmations into your life is using technology. Set reminders on your phone or create a vision board with your affirmations that you see every day. There's also a wealth of apps designed to help you track and maintain your affirmations. Use the tools at your disposal to keep the practice active in your daily routine. Patience is key to this process. The transformation of your inner dialogue won't happen overnight. Like all habits, it develops over time through consistent practice. Therefore, celebrate every small victory, every moment you choose a positive "I am" over a negative thought. Each time you practice your affirmations, you're taking a step towards that vibrational reality you wish to inhabit. In time, and with sustained effort, the habit of positive "I am" declarations will become so entrenched in your psyche that it will feel as natural as breathing. When this happens, you might not even recognize the profound shifts that have taken place within you. Your reality will have changed subtly but profoundly. Challenges will still arise, of course, that's an inescapable aspect of life, but your equipped self, fostered through a steadfast commitment to affirmational habit, will meet them with increased resilience, perspective, and positivity. In embracing "I am" declarations, you're not merely altering the sentences you repeat, you're recalibrating your entire being towards a more positive frequency, allowing for an empowered and enriched engagement with life. Through this ongoing practice, it becomes clear that the words "I am" are not just a declaration, they are a commitment to yourself and the life you are shaping every single day. Chapter 11. Embracing "I am" for a purposeful and empowered life. In delving into the concept of "I am," it's essential to realize that what we're discussing is not just a phrase, but a powerful mantra, a declaration that has the might to reshape the foundations of how we perceive ourselves and engage with the world. The realization that we hold the creative power to define and refine our identities through the simple yet profound statement of "I am" is transformative. This realization is the cornerstone of a purposeful and empowered life. Those two words stand as a testament to the inherent power vested within us, the power to affirm our existence, our capabilities, and our aspirations. Yet, to truly embrace I Am in a way that consistently enhances our lives requires not just an understanding or a fleeting engagement with the phrase, but a habitual and conscious practice that entwines with the very essence of our daily existence. As we embark on this continuous journey of affirmation, recognizing the significance of repetition and consistency is paramount. I Am statements are not a one-off incantation that magically transforms reality. They are a daily practice, a kind of mental and emotional hygiene, if you will, that cleanses the negative, self-limiting beliefs and continuously reinforces the positive, liberating perceptions of self. Much like brushing teeth or exercising, I Am declarations need to be an integral part of our routine, so much so that they eventually become a subconscious undercurrent that fuels our every action and reaction. This routine isn't rigid, it flows and adapts with life's ebbs and flows, but it retains a firm conviction in its centrality to our well-being. Cultivating a habit of positive, I Am declaration starts with a conscious choice followed by deliberate action. It often begins with overcoming the inertia of old patterns. For many of us, the tendency to lean towards negativity and self-talk is a deeply ingrained habit. It's an ancestral gift, or perhaps more accurately, a curse, that has been passed down through generations, coupled with the personal experiences that shape our internal dialogue. To shift this requires intentional effort. Such effort will come through consistent practice, catching ourselves in moments of negative self-talk, gently guiding our inner voice towards a more affirming narrative, and layering our days with consciously chosen statements about who we are and who we aim to be. Harnessing I Am as a statement of personal truth means aligning our declarations with our deepest values and aspirations. It is about more than just wishful thinking or forced positivity. It's about identifying the foundational aspects of our character that we wish to foster and build upon. It's about recognizing our potential and then letting our spoken words act as a compass, steering our subconscious toward that potential. The words we speak not only reflect our inner world, but they also reverberate back into it, shaping our self-belief and the way we interact with others and our environment. The transformative journey of embedding positive, I Am declarations into the fabric of our lives is also a path towards greater mindfulness. As we become more attentive to our words and thoughts, we simultaneously hone our ability to be present in the moment. This presence is not a passive state, it's a dynamic engagement with now, where we have the opportunity to be the architects of our thoughts and, by extension, the life we experience. Each I Am statement anchors us in the present and aligns us with our desired direction, acting as subtle steering paddles guiding us through the river of life. Implementing I Am statements requires us to embrace vulnerability. True empowerment is not about never experiencing doubt or fear, it is about accepting these feelings when they arise and affirming ourselves notwithstanding. When we say I am strong, it doesn't mean we never feel weak. It means we choose to highlight and grow our strength despite those moments of weakness. Embracing I Ams means acknowledging our full humanity with all its imperfections and deciding that our imperfections will not be the dominant of our narrative. The act of embracing I Am for a more purposeful and empowered life is also a recognition of our interdependence with the world around us. While self-definition is an intensely personal act, it does not occur in isolation. I Am serves as a bridge between our inner self and the larger societal tapestry. By proclaiming positive statements about ourselves, we contribute to a collective energy, a cumulative affirmation that can uplift others. We emit signals into a shared space that can resonate and inspire, drawing us into positive feedback loops where our personal empowerment becomes a catalyst for wider positive change. Investing in the practice of I Am declarations is an act of self-love and self-respect. It is a powerful affirmation that we are worthy of joy, success, love, and all the beautiful experiences life has to offer. It is also a reminder that we are responsible for the energy we bring into our spaces, and that by shifting that energy to one of positivity and possibility, we open doors and create opportunities that were previously obscured by doubt and fear. Through the repetition of these words of self-affirmation, we not only transform our inner world, but we shape the reality we navigate each day. This transformation is not always instantaneous, nor is it without challenges, but the compound effect over time is undeniable. The words we repeat become the beliefs we embody, and those beliefs become the life we live. In embracing I Am, we are committing to a sustained self-evolvement, choosing to repeatedly declare, and thus create, an image of who we are that is grounded in empowerment, optimism, and purpose. It is a profound acceptance of our creative agency and an acknowledgement that our thoughts, accompanied by action, are the artists of our reality. This understanding lays the foundation for the emergence of a life defined not by external circumstances but by our innermost declarations of self. Through sustained engagement with I Am, we craft a narrative of growth, resilience, and endless capacity, not as idle dreams but as living, breathing realities. Embracing I Am is therefore a journey toward the kind of life that one observes from a distance and thinks, yes, that is a life lived with purpose, with intention, with heart. It is an empowered life, and it begins with a simple declaration, I am.